On Friday, October 13, 1307, in cities across France, agents of King Philip IV simultaneously arrested every Knight Templar they could find. 2,000 knights, sergeants, priests, and lay brothers were taken in a single coordinated operation that had been planned in absolute secrecy for 2 years. The arrests were stunning. The Knights Templar were the most powerful military religious order in medieval Europe. They were the elite shock troops of the Crusades, the original international bankers of medieval Christendom, the holders of immense estates across France, England, Spain, Italy, and the Holy Land. They had been founded in 1119 by 9 French knights to protect Christian pilgrims to the Holy Land. They had grown into a continent-spanning organization with perhaps 15,000 members at their peak. They reported directly to the Pope. They paid no taxes. They had their own ships, their own treasuries, and their own military command structure. Within 7 years of October 13, 1307, the order had been dissolved by papal decree, its property had been seized, its Grand Master had been burned at the stake, and its famous treasure had vanished. Conspiracy theorists have been searching for that treasure ever since. Modern scholarship has actually solved most of the mystery. The simple version is grimmer than the legend. To understand the destruction, you have to understand the rise. The order was founded in 1119 by Hugh de Payens, a French knight from Champagne, in the aftermath of the First Crusade. His group of 9 knights took religious vows and pledged to defend Christian pilgrims traveling to Jerusalem. They were given headquarters on the Temple Mount, the site of the destroyed Jewish temple, hence their name. The Templars. The order grew rapidly. By the 1130s, they had gained the official endorsement of the powerful Cistercian abbot Bernard of Clairvaux, who had written their official rule and praised them as a new kind of knight, monks who fought. By the 1200s, they had thousands of members and properties across Europe and the Levant. Their distinctive uniform of white robes with a red cross became one of the most recognized symbols of the medieval world. The Templars were militarily formidable. They held some of the most important fortresses of the Crusader states, including the Croix de Chevaliers castle complex. They served as the elite cavalry of the Crusader armies. Their religious vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience made them disciplined and reliable in ways that the typical medieval knight was not. They suffered horrific casualties at major battles including Hattin in 1187 and the disastrous defeat of the Crusader states at Acre in 1291. The military situation in the Holy Land was deteriorating throughout the late 13th century. By the 1290s, the Crusader states had effectively ceased to exist. The Templars retreated to their European holdings. There they continued operating as bankers, agricultural managers, and local political powers. Their banking innovation was the most consequential. Pilgrims to the Holy Land could deposit gold or silver at their local Templar house, receive a coded receipt, and withdraw the equivalent value at another Templar house at their destination. The Templars had created the first transcontinental wire transfer system. They charged fees. They held escrows. They lent money to kings and merchants. By the early 1300s, they were the largest and most sophisticated bank in Europe. King Philip IV of France was their most prominent debtor. Philip needed money. He had been at war with England, with Flanders, and with the papacy. He had debased the French currency multiple times to raise revenue. He had expelled the Jews